Hi. So, I went to my first Furality. I never thought I'd make a video like this, but I wanted to talk about my experience with Furality since it was always something that my VRChat friends always went to, but I never personally went myself. That, and I want to make a YouTube video that actually talks about my Twitch content, so I don't completely alienate followers when they check out the YouTube channel, and vice versa and stuff. I know it's not something that I know I would normally make on this channel, but hey, this was always a me channel anyway, so I can post whatever the hell I want. And I wanted to make a video about VRChat on the channel for the longest time that wasn't just stream clips and that would just turn into shorts onto the YouTube channel. So a quick rundown on what Furality is it's like one of the biggest annual FurCons on VRChat, and this year's attendance rate was like something like over 25,000. It's also a paid entry, so you can either pay for your own ticket with different tiers ranging from 30 bucks. But there was also some higher tiers and also included a friend pass, so you can give that friend pass to another friend, and they can go there. They go to so they can go to Furality for free, essentially. I could have asked for a friend for one, but I didn't want to be that guy. I didn't want to seem like I wanted to beg for it, so I just bit the bullet and just paid for the 30 bucks myself. So no poor people are allowed unless you have rich friends. Before going, I thought I wanted to get my own avatar, for the sake of making sure when people meet me, they know it, they would know it will be me, if that makes any sense. And also, after all these years of playing VRChat, I always use public avatars. So I commissioned my friend Jaco, who made my VTuber avatar, and pretty much make me a VRChat version of that said VTuber avatar. Shouts out to him for making the avatar. Anyway, by the way, he made it in such short notice, and I kept asking for a bit more updates as well, and he was great with it. I made sure to get some assets.
Wow, violence!
You might be wondering what is there to do at this convention. Well, there's panels, game worlds, musical performances, DJ sets, the theater's there, which is essentially the artist alley. But my main attraction, like the main thing that hooked me in, was the theme meetups. The meetups that pretty much consist of different species, sexualities, careers, hobbies, and other countries and stuff like that. But I only really went to the ones I was interested in, so I didn't really get the chance to see every single thing that the con had to offer. Something like the opening and closing ceremonies and the clubs, which I've said it against that time and time again. I'm not really a big fan of clubs anyway. I'll give it a little breakdown of what I pretty much did at Furality. So starting from day one, I went to the streamer meetup because of course I did. However, the server included a bunch of my friends from the Southeast Asia group. So if you watch the Twitch channel, you would know them as the Southeast Asia Furry meetup group. And pretty much half the server was just pretty much me, them, and then the other half was like the actual people who actually fit the category, like other Asian streamers. But I don't know. I didn't really get a chance to really talk to many of them because most of them were pretty shy and didn't really stray too close to the group for some reason. So yeah. Is this where you sell the Undertale fanfiction?
Nope, that's the other store.
Damn. Oh my god. I was about to say that avatar looks like a Mr. Beast avatar. I'm so sorry to say this to you. Hyper, why do you have earrings on your butt?
You bulk your head.
Why not?
To his account, and I'm like,
oh no, Rain has Family Guy death posed onto the floor.
you had another account, and I'm like,
What are you flipping, bitch? Oh,
Perform CPR.
Just put them out of the misery.
yeah.
he didn't ask for verbo, but I think
Nah,
he
this
does
way
know
you can do
headset,
CPR.
but he doesn't really know like myself. He would have a seizure.
Oh Jesus.
What the fuck? No!
Oh my god! No! I saved Mio by giving him CPR. I saved Mio by giving him CPR.
No. but straight right after that meetup, I had to go to work because, to be fair, I did not know when Furality was happening. This all happened like I feel like a few days before I knew that Furality was happening. But luckily, I asked for a week off during my birthday week, which they call conveniently landed on, so that was good. And then on to day 2, I met up with my Southeast Asian friends again, and this was during the Fox meetup, which I do not have a Fox avatar or anything like that. But that's a common thing with these meetups. So a lot of people don't actually show up as the themed avatar or something like that. So it's pretty usual. It was still a Friday, so we still did the Southeast Asia furry meetup. I knew Friday furry meetup, so we got a chance to like have another meetup in a different world for the other guys who didn't get a ticket or not interested in Furality at all. So hung out there for a little bit, but then after that, I went to the AV meetup because of course I did. Met up with an old friend, and then made some new ones, and then I had to leave after that because I was going to watch Hamilton live with my IRL friends. By the way, oh man, it was a great show. I really liked it. It's so worth watching a whole musical live, like a whole theater performance live. It's like watching a video does not do it justice, by the way. I will. Oh mate, you having a giggle, mate? I'll shank ya. I'll shank ya. I'll shank ya. Burb.
I know somebody else with that avatar.
Well, what's so bad at looking at the flashback? What could go wrong? And then day 3 happened, and oh my god, day 3! If you know, you know. So this is the day on my actual birthday, and I'm currently living here in the UK, and I wanted to go to the Avali and Hetero meetup. I know I'm the elusive cis straight male burb. So, but yeah, those meetups do not start until 3 and 4 a.m. So before that, I went to the community showcase first. Saw a very old friend, where you might like way before like during my early years of streaming on Twitch. This is Minecraft.
Wait, what? Oh my god, I haven't seen you in like a year! Oh my god,
yeah.
how you been?
Like our
I haven't
annual
seen you in
meetup.
like actually a year. Holy shit, how you been?
But then I freaked out when watching this community showcase because I saw my Southeast Asian friends in the showcase, and then when I saw that, I immediately went to them and then freaked out over it and stuff like that. And then watched the rest of the community showcase with them. And then just when the Avali beta was just about to start, VRChat's API crashed. That means you could not join another world or change avatars or log in and so on and so on. So you were essentially stranded on that world for a while. I did try to connect to a world that my friend was on, but I got booted into a crash world. And then if you've seen the memes like on the Discord group, that's pretty much what happened. What if you wanted to go to Avali? Someone made a meme of this already.
Yo, hold on. You want to see the other one? You want to see the other one? I got the one with the fin. Oh, that's the wrong image.
That's a different image. What if you wanted to go? Oh wow.
Holy
I also got this one.
How many meters am I missing on Furry right now? And then, oh man, I was so extremely tired at that point. I was so sleep deprived. I was hoping that it would come back live again soon, but then it didn't happen. I just called it quits and went to bed. And then I woke up and had a proper day of my birthday. I went to the Game Developers meetup first, had a nice chat with other devs, and then also went to the Content Creators meetup and made some new British friends because they were great. We just talked about British stuff in general. It was just mostly like we didn't really talk much about content creation though. It was just mostly just a hangout at that point.
Anyways, pass this crab around.
Oh yeah, sure, no problem.
Pass the crab around.
Hello.
Greg's.
But yeah, they were great though. Then to finish up the day, had to see my IRL friends again, and then I hosted a homebrew Family Feud game, and it was a chaotic blast. I had such a great time. All right, Tristan, give me a pizza topping.
Mushrooms.
Say
I
piss.
will go with
My bollocks, mate.
What? Sorry, I didn't catch that. What?
cheese.
Bees?
It's
Bees?
cheese.
Oh, cheese!
Cheese.
Cheese!
I think I thought I had a stroke there. I was like, what? What pizzas am I interested in eating? I swear I've seen him eat pizza.
I'll probably make a video about it sometime, but yeah, until then, VRChat. And then day 4, which will be the last day of me streaming Furality. They also pushed the meetups that were cancelled during the API crash, so they pretty much pushed it forward the day next, but they did not change the meeting hours. So that means I had to stay up at around 3 to 5 a.m. again. Before the meetups, I went to see the Southeast Asian group again because like during this time there was going to be a fireworks show, which is amazing spectacle. Like I'm sure I'll put it on screen for what I saw, and I was still blown away how amazing it was. And it was also 20 minutes long, which I was so surprised they packed all that much effort into 20 minutes. But then, yeah, after that, I was so sleep deprived again. I tried going to a volleyball and then went to the American server first, and I just could not handle the noise. It was just too loud for my my sleepy brain. But then I went to a small EU server. Had some nice Germans there, and it was kind of like casual talk, but kind of a bit political a bit. But hey, what can you do? And then it was finally time for the hetero meetup. I mean, there were some people in the US servers, but like if you saw the server list, it was depressingly so empty. There was so many servers that were just so empty. There was like no one in the Japanese server except for some of my Southeast Asian friends who were there for some reason, because those friends are not actually straight. I mean, they did say they were half straight, but I don't know. I mean, they did say they were there to support me, but what are you guys doing here?
Hello, Bloodhog. We're just here for moral support.
Yeah, I know. Look at how many people turned up.
Right? Wow, it's amazing. It's
I
so
mean, I'm
good.
bisexual, so I could be straight, I could be the other way as well.
you're half straight, half gay. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, to be fair, around this time, the time slots were awful for non-Americans essentially. But we did find a EU server that had some people on it. It was funny at first. We joked around. But the server did fill up eventually. I had a chat with some more British people. This is the super rare holographic straight furry. Oh, we're getting more people. Who would have thought? There are more out there. They do exist. As it's even going to be even more weird, where it's just all a bunch of straight guys and it becomes a frat party. I have a feeling once a straight girl shows up here, everyone's gonna be so weird around them.
For real.
That's how you know we're in a server full of straight guys. We're socially awkward at one girl in the group. But at that point, I was so tired. I was burning up, and I just said my goodbyes and just crashed on my bed. I woke up with a migraine the next day, so I don't know if I'll ever do something like that again. And that's pretty much my time at my first Furality. Was it worth the $30 entry? I mean, it's debatable, but I understand. You gotta make money somehow out of this thing. I still enjoyed it with it being my first Furality, like my first official Furality that I spent money on to get to. Even though I was sick of hay fever and then the technical difficulties that happened, I still pushed through. It was worth making the memories, I feel like. Would I go again next year? I don't know, hard to say, since by the time that happens, I'll probably be back in Hong Kong. And then streaming will be a lot more difficult when that does happen. Still, I'm gonna look back at this fondly. I'm gonna say I'm grateful for the friends I made over the event, all ones I got to see again, and the usual gang for being there. I don't know if I'll make another video like this again, but hey, I enjoy making it, so that's what that's worth. So, thanks for watching if you watched it all the way through.